Welcome back to the Monday Minute. My name is Rita Ernst. I am the author of Show Up Positive, contributing author to Culture Impact Strategies to Create World-Changing Workplaces. And you've arrived at the Monday Minute. It is almost Halloween. I love this time of year. And I couldn't help but go for this week's word, which is seeking. Are you a seeker? Are you a Harry Potter seeker? Well, I mean, think about that. In that game of Quidditch, there's so many other roles to play, and yet the seeker, right, can win the game. If you can get the golden snitch, you can win the game, regardless of all the other players that can actually score more than you, that are more engaged in the game than you are as the seeker. If you get that golden snitch, right, you can catapult your team beyond what is possible for the other team, and you automatically win the game. And I think that's true in the game of life too. When we think about the golden snitch, what is the golden snitch? It represents this idea of continuous learning, of always seeking. And if you have your copy of the Sparks, what I wrote about seeking, I could not speak any better, but there's some really kind of key questions here that I want to put before you. And here's the context that I want to talk about: being that seeker, that lifelong learner who's opening yourself up, as being vulnerable. Because in business, so much of the time, what you are taught is that you need to show your mastery. You need to show your command of information. You prove your value and your worth by your ability to know. We value knowing very deeply inside of business. And it is important to know, but it's not important to know all the time. We should always be striving to learn and grow and know more and new things, because life keeps changing, right? Right now, a lot of us are learning about AI. We are learning how we can use AI to accelerate our ability to do basic things in our business. Or my daughter, she's learning to code using AI. She's actually contributing a lot of value in her workplace. And AI is her partner, and she's teaching AI, and AI is teaching her, and together they are doing things in a smarter way. See, this is what it means to always be learning, because sometimes it's not about knowing, it's about being willing to learn. But we fall into this false dichotomy. This false dichotomy says that you're on top if you know, and you're on the bottom if you don't. And I just want to turn that upside down. I want to encourage you, when you are in that learning place, to visualize yourself, be Harry Potter on your broomstick, chasing the golden snitch, and knowing that something bigger, a much bigger win is going to come because you're choosing to be a learner. So remember these things. 1, seeking isn't restricted to those who have deficits. Now I want you to think about that. Because if we're in this dichotomy of high and low, we are placing ourselves as learners at this deficit position. And we are going to turn that upside down. Being a learner is not a deficit. Being a continuous learner is a strength. It's going to catapult you beyond others in the long run, in the long game. Number 2, searching isn't limited to those who are lost. Think about that. Think about that. Think about Harry Potter on that broomstick in the sky looking for the golden snitch. He's not lost. He's not lost. He has a role. He knows what he's doing. You can seek because it is taking you to this new place, but it doesn't mean that you're lost. It just means that you are stepping beyond what you already know. And finally, inquiry does not mean that you are lacking. Sometimes, and especially as a leader, it is important to use your inquiry skills. Asking better questions engages other people, allows them to be more involved. If we're always just telling, like I do to you every week in these videos, we're not making space for other people to share and to teach us and to demonstrate what they know, allowing them to have that moment of really feeling solid in their competence. So there are times when seeking, when using questions instead of sharing the information that we know, is really modeling the kind of engagement and participation and invitation to others that we want to see throughout our organizations. So when you are operating as a seeker, when you are Harry Potter on your broomstick, here are the things I want you to remember. You are emphasizing connection, trust, community, synergy, insights, possibilities, and impact. All those things can grow when you choose to put yourself in the place of seeking instead of telling. In that place where you are learning instead of knowing. In that place where you are allowing others to fully participate instead of positioning them in the place of receivership. Why does it sometimes feel risky to be vulnerable like this? To use our inquiry skills? It is that fear of being labeled lesser or insufficient, of being marginalized or excluded. But how do we break free from that? We claim that. We claim that learner, we take it out of the old context, we claim it, we reframe it, and we own it again. So we're going to own learner. We're going to own seeker as a badge of honor. It's a place, it's a position in the team, just like in the Harry Potter books. Seeker is a super valuable position. So your invitation this week is to switch it up in your mind and to recognize that you can be a seeker and you can make that your strength. So let me know how your Harry Potter week goes. I can't wait to hear about all the things that you get. And next week, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about seeking more as a team norm, as a way of us operating. So we'll continue our conversation. We're working on you, young Harry Potter, first. Good luck, and I will see you back next week. Bye.